welcome back. George Duda just showed us a lot of things about chainsaw safety, the machines and things like that. Bob Bell, who is a forester with P&M, is going to demonstrate chainsaw safety and give us some good information, practical information about how to do this.
Absolutely, Curtis.
Bob,
good
thank
to be
you for doing this.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Well, let's say you're a homeowner and it's time to start up a chainsaw. That can be a very safe thing, but it can also be a dangerous thing, and people don't always understand that a chainsaw is a tool for professionals. It can be used by non-professionals, but you need to know what you're doing and you need to do it safely, because a chainsaw is a very dangerous piece of equipment if used improperly.
It's meant to cut.
It is meant to cut. It's not just meant to cut, it's meant to cut through wood, okay? Go out to your nearest tree in your yard and scrape that bark with your fingers and knock on it with your fist, and then check out the skin on your arm or on your leg. You are not built nearly as sturdy as a tree, and yet a chainsaw will go straight through a tree without any problem if it's properly sharpened and properly maintained. So the first thing that you want to do as a homeowner is do a head-to-toe check. This is what the professionals do before they start a saw and go off into the woods or up into a tree to do tree work. Starting with the top, the most important thing is the head, holding your brain, and you want to make sure that you're safe up there. You've got your eyes, you've got your ears. You want to make sure that all of these very important parts of your body are covered and safe. Hard hat is extremely important. A chainsaw, one of the things that you have to think about with a chainsaw is the tip of the saw. And if the tip of the saw gets caught on something or hits something, it can cause a thing called kickback. And the kickback is an extremely powerful force on your arms, and you really cannot control that. And the hard hat will protect you if it comes straight up at your head. Now, you should position yourself so that the saw blade always goes to the side. You should never have it directly in front of you. But sometimes people get out of position, and the hard hat is a very important aspect of the safety equipment. Now, we want to protect our eyes. So we have a face mask. Now, safety glasses are also something that could be used to protect your eyes, but this face mask is very nice because it keeps sawdust out of your nose, out of your air passages, and it also keeps your eyes very well protected. Earmuffs. Now these earmuffs, can you hear me okay there, Kurt?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but just barely. And these earmuffs do an extremely good job of blocking out the high decibel sounds that you're going to get from a chainsaw motor running. Now, if you're working in the summertime and it's getting a little bit warm and the earmuffs aren't real comfortable for you, a good professional grade earplug is also perfectly acceptable for ear protection. But I will say that the importance cannot be overstated. When in my reckless youth, I used a chainsaw professionally, or I thought I was using it professionally at least, and I wasn't wearing my ear protection. And lo and behold, one night I tried to go to sleep, and I couldn't get to sleep because of the ringing that was in my ears. The next day I started wearing my ear protection, and about a month and a half later, the ringing in my ears went away. So I was lucky. Don't count on luck. Wear the ear protection. Working your way down the body, you see I have long sleeves on, a good heavy coat. Again, in the summertime, if you're not wearing long sleeves, or even if you are, but you're just wearing a cotton shirt, make sure you put these arm guards on here. There's Kevlar in there, and that will stop a chain, and it'll stop a lot of bleeding.
That's a good thing to stop.
Always good to do that in advance. You see I've got these work gloves right here, and I'll go ahead and put the right glove on the right hand and the left glove on the left hand. That's another thing that they don't teach.
Better.
They don't teach you that in school, but you can learn it as you go along. You put these gloves on. You've got the Kevlar backing on here, and that also, of the 2 chainsaw wounds that I've personally had to patch up on people, one was a forearm back of the hand wound, and one was a leg wound. And as long as I'm working down my body, let's take a look at the legs. We've got these chainsaw chaps here. These chaps will stop a running chainsaw. That chain is going 60 miles an hour. These chaps will stop it. Your jeans will not stop that saw.
Cut right through.
And it'll cut right through. And I'll tell you what, a chainsaw does not leave a clean wound. A chainsaw leaves a jagged, ugly wound. It is very difficult to stop the bleeding. And where are you when you're working with a chainsaw? You might be in the back of your backyard, but what if you're up in the woods cutting a Christmas tree or firewood? heaven help you if you're working by yourself and you get injured out there. You should always, think of the buddy system.
And you've got, your safety gear you're wearing, and boots too, or something you need to have.
You should be wearing a good set of work boots, and probably a steel toe is not a real bad idea.
And then you've got this chain, which is an anti-kickback chain now.
It's an anti-kickback chain. You've also got the chain brake right here. If you do experience a kickback, often what will happen is your wrist will hit that chain brake, and that chain will stop.
And you'll demonstrate that for us in a few minutes.
I certainly will.
Before we do that, there's a few other things. One, power lines. If you're trimming a tree, they're near power lines.
Well, let's think about that. Okay, you're ready to get into the tree, right? If you're a homeowner and you're going to prune that tree, first thing you want to think is, don't get the power head up above your shoulders, because once you do that, you lose control of the saw. Second thing, let's say you need to go up into the tree to do the pruning. Well, if you're going up into that tree to do pruning, and you've got a ladder and you've got a handsaw, okay, maybe you're capable of doing that. But if you have to go up into a tree with a chainsaw, you don't want to do that. You want to call a professional at that point, and they can go up in the tree. And what they're going to look for is they're going to look for any types of hazards, especially electrical lines, because if you get up into that tree and touch that electrical line, the electricity will go through you, through the tree, and to the ground. It will kill you in the process. So that's why we have to look out for
we work with that. Can you demonstrate this for us right now, as our time's really run out? And we want people to see how you safely do that and how this is going to work for them.
You betcha, Curtis. The saw can be on a stable surface, or it can be on the ground. Make sure all of your buttons are in the right place. Hold the saw steady. See how that chainsaw brake works? Take it off.